My wife kept begging me to let her leave. "Please," she said, "just a minute outside, then I'll stop asking." I was hesitant, but I just couldn't say no to those beautiful ocean blue eyes. I understood why she wanted to leave. She's been cooped up in here for months. We lived right next to a beautiful pond area with a wide open field. It was a stark contrast to this confined, junky space we called home. She begged if she could go out for just a second. I thought about it. It couldn't hurt. She was just going to step out and get some fresh air. It's not like she was leaving. Besides, I'd be right there watching to make sure nothing happened. I let her go out for 15 minutes. I watched like a hawk to make sure she stayed where I could see her. I called her back in, and she reluctantly came inside. I thought that things were going to be fine now that she got what she wanted, but I was wrong. Looking in her eyes, I could see something changed. Over the next few days, she started acting weird. She kept talking about how much she missed her family, how she saw her sister outside and wanted to go be with them. She started complaining how I was starving her by not giving her enough food. She started trying to sneak out at night. I had to stay up to make sure she couldn't. But I had to sleep at some point. While I dozed off for a quick nap, she tried to leave again. This time when I grabbed her, she tried to fight back, so I had to throw her to the ground. I got a rope and tied her up. She tried to bite me, so I slapped her. She started screaming for me to let her go and that I was hurting her. In that moment, looking down at her, I realized something. It was too late. The hallucinations of her family, the excessive hunger, and now the aggression all pointed to one thing. Her symptoms were getting worse. I knew the second she came back to the bunker with green eyes the parasite had gotten her. I just didn't want to believe it. I started crying. I had failed at protecting her. She was all I had left. Everyone else we knew had been infected the same week the outbreak started. But now I knew what I had to do. I bent down to untie her and then opened the bunker door. I watched as she climbed out of the bunker with the biggest smile on her face and walked off into the distance. The tears flooded my face as I climbed back down and shut the bunker door.